From America's lowest seaport to the submarine lake, from black lava in the desert to the rumbling Stanley quakes, Idaho has seen a lot and takes it on the chin. But at least we're not Mississippi, except in education. Idaho, Idaho, our beauty has been sung. Idaho, Idaho, at least we can claim La Magnon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday Night Live at the Hive. So anyway, we have two acts tonight. We have Desmond Everest, who will be starting the show for us. We also have B.R. Mount, who will be closing the show for us, and then stick around for their interviews too. And we're just really glad you're here on a day where we celebrate community and loving others. All right, take it away.
Sun was shining at an angle, falling through your hair. And all the ways that I'd been falling short made seeing you in the afternoon too much to bear. Question, something no one could repair, like where do the days go? Sprinting down the grave, whistle past the boneyard, singing every mistake I've made. They concluded with a crumble, a whisper or a scream. Held me again as I woke up from a realistic dream and said, what can I ask for that'll last? If I can ask you anything, what can I ask for that'll last? If I could ask you, where do the days go? Sprinting down the grave, whistle past the boneyard, singing promises I never gave. And all the creatures you call your own, still alone. All the hours you cede to the night, still alive, just hard to find. Where do the days go? sprinting down the grave, whistle past the boneyard, singing all the ones that got away. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. And I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. And spiders of light splash up on my windshield. There's a rolling wet 1,000 miles underneath my wheels. Not a song out there that'll make it real out on the radio. It takes more than knowing where you've been to bring it all back home again. But I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. I eat cheap notebook paper and cough up words I don't mean to say. When it's sticky in my throat, it's okay, nobody's listening anyway. And I get caught on lips parting with nothing to say again and again and again and again and again. Ashes flying high and dancing on the soot-caked rim. I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. And I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. And there we go. I left the wolf in the woods last night. I left the wolf in the woods last night. I left the wolf in the woods last night. And I left the wolf in the woods last night. And I'm afraid of waking up from a feverish dream. Pitch under my nails and moss on my sheets. And I wash my hands till I think they'll bleed. And I go like abandoned gardens gone to seed. Last night and I left the wolf in the woods last night. Who knows if it'll matter at all when the dark comes creeping in? A song's not a ship that'll hold all you might have to forgive, all you might not forgive, all you might not forgive. But I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. And I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. Well, I can sing all night in the light of the barrel fire. Hey, thank you. Thanks to the Hive for putting this on, and thanks to BR Mount for inviting me to come out and play. I haven't played a solo show in 7 years, so this is a real treat. See, step, watch out, everybody. He's dropping the D. Take a few steps back. If he gets out a tambourine and starts playing Starbucks Stomp Folk, you can make your way to the exits. No, but really, I'm excited I've never played this song live before, or with, people. Oh, shoot. That's not the one I was going to play. Oh, well. This song's called Edge of the Map. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Not easy sounding out the wound to find a way to reconcile the moon, lost in a town you could paint in the dark, where the dogs accuse the stars of making them bark, in the name of every secret of the heart, in the name of every secret of the heart. And keep your head low on the road, and sure to watch out for traps. You're only running on stolen light, falling off the edge of the map. Spade before the worm to cut you down from rewriting the words and calling out the names you used to know, or the ghosts that led you on and left you for broke, at the edge of every secret to the heart, at the edge of every secret to the heart. Low on the road, and sure to watch out for traps. You're only running on stolen light, falling off the edge of the map. In the name of every secret of the heart, in the name of every secret of the heart, it's not everything you want, not only what you thought it would cost, never just the past up and the lost, never just the past up and the lost. To keep your head low on the road, and sure to watch out for traps. You're only running on stolen light, falling off the edge of the map. You're only running on stolen light, falling off the edge of the map. Yeah. Thank you. See, I didn't mean to play that one then, because now I gotta bring us up out of the D. So And the song I'm going to play now was actually meant to be an apology for the first two songs. Because the first two songs just kind of use the same chords in the verse and chorus the whole time. So I was going to play a song that has, I think, the most chord changes of any song I wrote to kind of compensate. This song's called Unicat 13 Hotel. Which is the name of a young girl, of a baby, of a girl who was born in Nebraska and then named by a computer. You can Google it. It's a real thing that happened to somebody. So this is Unicat 13 Hotel. Unicat 13 hotels, bad dreams. Show us the future up in high-def live stream. It's a little much, probably fake. Not bad, not great. Trying too hard, too late. And hold out your hand for a secret escapist plan. Swallow tomorrow with any hope you can borrow. Say hello with a name no one gave you. Say hello. Say hello. The algorithm run around, rings you out and leaves you kicking the daylight for a way to come down. Run it out or run away. Try and find a friend to say it's fine and you're okay. Or hold out your hand for a secret escapist plan. Swallow tomorrow with any hope you can borrow. Say hello with a name no one gave you. Say hello. Say hello. Holding on for dear life. Fire flood flash in the headlights. Stealing tomorrow in the dead of night. And olive green to summer blue. Days no one wished for you. And colors all dreaming through. Out your hand for a secret escapist plan. Swallow tomorrow with any hope you can borrow. Say hello with a name no one gave you. Say hello. Say hello. Unicat 13 hotels, bad dreams. Behind a paywall in the record-breaking heat. Won't you hold out your hand for a secret escapist plan? Swallow tomorrow with any hope you can borrow. And say hello with a name no one gave you. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Thank you. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to bring out that other guitar. All right, pardon me while I tune. It's looking okay, though. Hey, that's not too bad. All right. This song's called All There Is. And I know we're not pretending. It's been a long time since things started ending. Tell myself that it's enough. I know where we're waking up when the lights are low and the shadows will walk on their own. Old haunts, faces in the window, hard rooms, places we won't go. But it's dark enough to see. Nobody's escaping, no one's getting out. We're giving up the ghosts. The nights so long they hurt slow. Sometimes feels like all there is. Restless hours of moon glow. Your next breath pressed against your ribs is all there is to know. And I know the secrets you told me in your sad songs and pale afternoon ennui. When the dog days were done and the frayed ends of summer had come undone, you know, you never told a soul. Cold smoke, mornings in December, old dreams that I can't remember are locked away for good. And the key isn't turning back. The years have flown faster than they don't. Days don't last, watch them go, fallen fast and forgotten too. A hard new sky, white lights, borrowed tomorrows and stolen time is all there is to know. Nights so long and hurt so slow, they might feel like it's all there is. Restless hours and moon glow, fallen fast and forgotten too. A hard new sky, white lights, borrowed tomorrows and stolen time is all there is to know. All there is to know. Thank you. I'm going to attempt to cover, just because. Thank you. Just because it felt silly to bring this guitar all this way just to do all this hassle, just for one song. But I put it in this tuning and started writing in this tuning because I wanted to learn this song. This is a Neil Young song called Don't Let It Bring You Down, and I can't sing it like him, so if you know it, I've changed the melody a little bit. Old man sitting by the side of the road with the lorries rolling by, blue moon sinking from the weight of the load, and the buildings scrape the sky. Cold wind ripping down the alley at dawn, when the morning paper flies. Dead man lying by the side of the road with the daylight in his eyes. Don't let it bring you down, it's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Blind man running through the light of the night with the answer in his hands. Come on down to the riverside, and you can really understand. Red lights flashing in the window in the rain, and you hear the sirens moan. The white cane lying in the gutter in the lane when you're walking home alone. Don't let it bring you down, it's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Don't let it bring you down, it's only castles burning. Just find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Yeah. Neil Young. I'm going to move this over just slightly. Thank you for your service. So I don't play out much these days, and again, thanks BRM Out for inviting me, because it's fun to do this. See if I can get this on. There we go. But yeah, I don't really play out much anymore. And it takes me a long time to write a song that I'm happy with. And so I usually don't play them for people until I've played them by myself for a long, long time. But I'm going to close with one that is like a very rough draft of a song, because it's been feeling good to play. And I finished it up because today is a very special, it's a very important day, because it is me and my sweetheart's anniversary. So I'm not good at the stage banter, but that's why today is an important date to me. That's what I celebrate on July 4th. It's camping, and like a really cool, kind, amazing person kissed me, and I was like, yes. Okay, so this is a rough draft of a song. It's called We Go in Time. Try not to screw it up. Read for, read. Yeah, that's the note I agreed with myself would be where I started the melody. Read fortunes by flashlight, while thunder broke the hot Nebraska night. And I feared the morning coming round, showing cards all scattered on the ground. But I'll hear a whisper, I'll hear a bell, I'll listen as you tell. Another year, another spell. So we go right in time, and I know it. We go right in time. We go right in time. You and I inside of a moment. I think I'd like to sell away my days for a good price, enough to slow down the nights, slow down every night. Through mountains, through larch groves, the fog was falling thick as ghosts, and I feared the nighttime coming down before we reached the lights of the next town. White footprints in the maple snow, figure out next where we'll go, orienting on ancient iPhones. So we go right in time, and I know it. We go right in time. We go right in time. You and I inside of a moment. I think I'd like to trade away my days for a good price, enough to slow down the nights, slow down the nights. A black rabbit in a bench backyard, magnolia shade on abandoned cars, and I'll look for you in a yellow moon, in the hardest part, in the softest room. But I'll hear a whisper, I'll hear a bell, I'll listen as you tell. Another year, another spell. So we go right in time, and I know it. We go right in time. We go right in time. You and I inside of a moment. Never felt so fine. Never felt so fine. Think that I'd trade away my days for a good price, to slow down the nights, slow down every night. All right, thank you all. That's my set. Thank you all for having me. Stick around in the room, out there in the world for BR Mount.
This is a song I wrote after I read The People's History of the United States, which is kind of telling the story of American history from the perspective of the people who've been most screwed over by it. So this is called Words, 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 or Lies My Leaders Told Me. Let's see. Yeah. 1492, Chris Columbus and his crew discovered folks living in some islands to the west. Promised to be kind, then went and changed their minds, made most of them their slaves and put the rest of them to death. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that the terms of his agreement just weren't heard. But it's a-getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the promise was just words, words, words? In 1838, Andrew Jackson did create a paper saying that the natives would receive their promised land, made a reservation zone, drove them into Oklahoma, leaving Cherokee and Choctaw blood in the Mississippi sand. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that the lion simply couldn't have endured. But it's a-getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the promise was just words, words, words? In 1864, trying to end the Civil War, Mr. Lincoln signed a paper saying that all slaves would be free. Soon as he let them go, in came the old Jim Crow, and the rest you know is history. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that the promise had only been deferred. But it's a-getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the promise was just words, words, words? In 1945, trying to keep his own alive, Harry Truman told the Japanese this fighting's gotta stop. Any more lives being spent, he said he would try to prevent. Then he loaded up his atom bomb, said, fellas, let 'em drop. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that peace was always being urged. But it's a-getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the promise was just words, words, words? In 1964, hungry for another war, Lyndon Johnson said a U.S. ship had been hit by the Viet Cong. And though it was a lie, he still sent our boys to die in the name of keeping communism out of Vietnam. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that what ain't democratic ain't preferred. But it's getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that democracy's a word, word, word? In 1982, Ronald Reagan tried and true, said he'd increase public safety, and on crime he waged a war. But for Reagan, being safe had to do with class and race, and most of the folks that he rounded up were young and black and poor. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that the policy was supposed to keep us all secure. But it's getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the policy was just words, words, words? Then in 1992, the war on crime and drugs just grew. Mr. Clinton said he had a plan and that it would be unfurled. Built prisons left and right, filled them practically overnight. Now the U.S. has more prisoners than any nation in the world. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that the lockdown was a bad dream, that it merged. But it's getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the lockdown was just words, words, words? 2001, weapons of mass destruction were the excuse Mr. Bush used to reinvade Iraq. And though the nukes were never found, well, the country was torn down, and U.S. oil prices fell a little bit after that. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that the reason couldn't have been so absurd, but it's getting late. How long you gonna wait before you admit that the reason was just words, words, words? Now the verses of this song could go on and on and on. The lies my leaders told me are too numerous to name. But I'm a-getting tired and my patience has expired, and as we move into the future, you know the song's gonna stay the same. And if I didn't know any better, I'd suppose that one's government in all things should be just. But it's getting late. How long you gonna wait for you admit if it's gonna be just, it's gonna have to be up to us. Thank you.
Hello, welcome back. We have Desmond Everest here. He just got done performing. He's going to get to doing around town and a little bit about where we can find him. So, can you just introduce yourself and let us know about a little bit about how you got into music? What are some of the projects you've been in, or if you're currently doing stuff? So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks to the Hive. So I've been playing for a while, like since I was a kid. My mom had a guitar around the house, and we didn't have TV or internet or anything growing up. So there was a lot of free time to read and listen to music, and so I played a lot. Starting probably in like 5th grade, I started to get my own out CDs, started to feel music in a way that felt very just like something more than a way to kill time, and became very passionate about it. And that was pretty much all I did as a teenager, was play. I would make bands that would last for one day. We had a thing at our school library where you could play during lunchtime. So I'd sign myself up and be like, okay, I got to get a band by this date, and see if I could get a friend or two to play that lunchtime, and just to have a show to have a way to keep playing. I was gonna study music comp, but then I chickened out and I studied English literature. But I grew up in Washington, lived in Portland, Oregon for a lot of years, and played in several bands there. One is still kind of going whenever I can get back. It's called Naked Luck. and you can look that up, Naked Luck PDX. I moved here in 2020 to do an MFA in creative writing at Boise State, and that's kind of taken up most of my creativity. This show was a real treat because I had not really played out very much. I've played a little bit here. I had a band for a minute, but I haven't played out much here, and most of my writing and creativity goes into writing fiction. So this was, yeah, a nice way to get back to music.
That sounds very familiar. We lost our guitar player because he's a writer. He moved to Chicago.
Chicago's
But-
a great town, too.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So it sounds like you're just kind of getting out now as you're on your own. And then are you looking forward to like doing any other concerts or anything lined up yet?
Oh, nothing lined up. This was kind of a out of the blue fun invitation from BR Mount, because he has a band in Portland called BR Mount and the Doubt, and my band Naked Luck would play with them back in Portland, so we kind of knew each other through shows, and now we share a bass player, so I think there was that connection, and he's on this kind of Mountain West tour, and I think I was a name he knew here and wanted to see if I wanted to play. And yeah, otherwise, usually if you find me out, it'll be for readings, for reading short stories for things like Story Fort, or I'm going to be reading at Campfire Stories down at the Modern on October.
Go ahead. It's fine.
In October.
Yeah, we definitely want to check out more of your work.
Yeah, that and I guess like to hear the music that I have recorded, you can look at Naked Luck, or a little band that we did some shows here and recorded them and put them out here, was called Depart. So I think if you put like Depart Boise Bandcamp, some of the songs I played there.
Perfect.
And I'll be reading at Campfire Stories on October 11th.
All right.
Some freaks.
Ooh, kind of spooky, I think. Sounds like it.
I told them I could read about animals. So I'm like, yeah, I write about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think there might be some weirdness.
Well, I have one question here. What was your first music media that you bought? Like, was it a CD,
That I bought myself
tape that you bought yourself
with my own money.
with your own money? And like, my first one I had to sneak home. So
Oh, yeah.
let's tell us. Yeah, I want to hear your story about that.
So they came late. Like I had, I snuck some tapes. I would borrow a CD from one friend, find the other friend, or maybe even guy that you don't even know that well, because he had a CD burner, and have him burn a copy. Be very careful with the original because it's not mine. Get it back and get the burnt one. That's how I got most of my music that was not my parents' music, or a CD I begged them to buy me. I think the first one I bought with my own money. I don't know. Like I'm delaying. I'm delaying because there was all these other things I got by other methods. But the first one I bought.
Was it a CD?
It was definitely a CD.
CD, gotcha.
Yeah, so medium, yes. I don't remember the exact band or one, but it was definitely a CD.
Do you remember the genre?
It would have been some kind of rock, probably punk rock. I'm sure it was some kind of punk CD.
Gotcha. All right, and then so here at the Boise Hive, we kind of focus around mental health in our music community. We have like suicide prevention, drug and alcohol, like recovery classes, I think, right, groups, and other kind of just support groups too for all kinds of communities. We have a VA Veterans Jam. Jeez, I can't talk tonight. I think we want to be outside in the nice warm air, down by the river. Okay. So anyway, so how has music helped you in your life and the mental health? Have you had any struggles, or do you have any advice for anybody?
Music has certainly been a constant in terms of like a place to feel better, or some kind of catharsis when you're feeling pain or feeling like you're in a place that I don't know why I'm using the royal you or whatever. Like when I have been in a place that didn't feel like I had anywhere to go, music could be that. let's see, I mean, you know, especially when you're a kid and you feel like you don't have a lot of agency to change the things that are going on around you. Like, music was absolutely a way to, like, maybe either retreat or just feel like, I don't know, something, especially in your body, that felt good even when you were feeling really bad about things that were happening. And I think that's stayed true my whole life. And I think especially as I've gotten older, my tastes and like what I listen to definitely has started to trend a little bit more towards just music that like strikes an emotional chord that I think is more grounding, or just feels true in a way that, like, to not even a perspective, but even just sonically, the melodies and stuff that feel true to something that, like, I want to feel and be in the world. So I think it's, yeah, that's been very, I mean, I don't think I would be a creative person if I didn't feel something through music first, even though I mostly write these days.
Which is still a form of creativity. It's
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of talent in that, I'm sure. I'm not a very good writer. I mean, I'm a good writer. I just not patient enough to write.
That's how I feel about songs. Like, I've written, I think in another world, I would have been very happy as a really good songwriter's guitar player. But that didn't happen, so I ended up writing my own songs, and they're okay. But
I thought they were good.
I think I'm a better story writer, and I mostly like playing guitar because it's hard. The patience is hard to tap into writing a really good song.
Well, we really appreciate you coming out tonight. And then I have one last question for you.
Okay, shoot.
If you could be a holiday, what holiday would you be?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and why?
Oh, and why? Okay. So I hope this doesn't sound like a really pretentious answer to this. I just figure we've only got so many holidays that you probably get a lot of Halloweens, Thanksgivings, whatevers. So I wanted to go a little out of the box. I don't remember what this is called. You all have to Google it. But in Bulgaria, there is a holiday in the spring. I don't remember what it's called, but what you all do, everyone does, is they make these really simple bracelets that are, you weave together a red and a white piece of string, and you make tons and tons of them, and you give them all to your friends. You give them to people. They don't even have to be your friends. They can just be people that you want to be nice to. It's a gesture of friendship, of belonging, of community. And I don't remember exactly how it works, but you, at some point after passing it on, you hang them in a tree. And so you can kind of go around town and see all these like red and white woven things hanging in trees. And it's just kind of a time of gesturing towards friendship and belonging. And I think that's pretty cool. And the trees are in there too. I like trees. That's what, I don't know what it's called, but I thought that was a pretty cool thing to do every year.
Yeah, that sounds actually a holiday that we all should be doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I don't know. And if that was too in the weeds, I'd just say New Year's, because we like to have a big New Year's party.
I would say actually that holiday sounds right. It fits in right with what we're about. We are about supporting each other, healing, and growing our community, and just being resources for each other. So, yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for coming out, and we hope to see you around October 11th, Campfire Stories at the Modern. All right. We'll see you. Yeah, thank you. All right, have a good night.
A couple more songs for you guys. This is a song that I wrote. This is called Driver's Seat. There you are in the driver's seat, trying so hard to keep your eyes on the street. Nobody told you life would be this hard. Now you're waiting and there you are in the driver's seat again. Though your eyes are so red and bruised, they are bright and they brighten this whole room. Nobody told you life would be this way. Now you're waiting under a different shade, and there you are in the driver's seat again, again, again. Thank you.
Hello, welcome back to Live at the Hive. And up next we have BR Mount.
There's a slight bite to the breeze today, and it's past the month of May. I swear I saw the president skipping rocks upon the lake as the trees watch on and sway. The beaver's tail starts making waves as I wander past to find the bay. I can't help but say underneath my breath, what does any of this mean? I've been alive since yesterday, so who am I to waste away? Who am I to waste away? Tried to keep it easy on the coffee today. Take a walk and time to waste. Think about my family and cast away all the bad thoughts formed in haste. Did you hear the joke? The one that's never been sold, that lives inside your mind, it's unspeakable. On the count of three, everybody sing with me. What does any of this mean? I've been alive since yesterday, so who am I to waste away? Who am I to waste away? Try to give directions to the birds in my neighborhood. They just tip their beaks and they say they're good. But when the Pope pops by to have a drink, please tell him I'm sorry, you can't offer him anything. Well, I started off toward Desolation Road, I took a nap on my front porch. Well, I don't care what any of this means. Today I'm just pleased to even be. I've been alive since yesterday, so who am I to waste away? I've been alive since yesterday, So who am I to waste away? Who am I to waste away? Tell you, you'd wanna listen. And in the summertime, it was windy, but we were used to it. We'd walk to Main Street to rent a movie with the family. We said hi to our neighbors and our parents. We'd talk on and on and on. It was boring. Then we'd play in the front yard. One time I broke a window with a baseball. I blamed it on my best friend. I grew up in a small town. 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 Small town. Went with my dad to feed the horses. Went to the fair to see America. It was my first live concert. I was amazed at all the people. It was a small crowd of people. I met eyes with my first crush across the classroom. Too nervous to talk to her. Writing notes with the gel pen. I competed in a rodeo, and then I moved on. I grew up in a small town. 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 Thank you. Thanks y'all for being here and watching online, for those of you who are doing that. I'm BR Mount, and that song was about growing up in a small town. This is kind of an older tune. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna play a cover. Yeah, this song's by an artist called A.A. Bondi. It's from his album American Hearts. It's the title track of that album. I felt like it was appropriate for today. There we go. That's what happened. Okay, sorry about that. We were raised by wolves, and we are still wild. We howl when the troubled wind blows, and in the TV's blue light, oh, assassins will lie. Well, just a going down slow. So don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart. People you meet down in the streets may be good, but they don't want to know. So they cover their eyes, for who wants to be sad? Life is sweet at the bottom of the sea. So don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart. And the mothers will cry, mothers will cry. Fathers stay up all night with a worry that goes to the bone. If your God makes war, then he's no God I know, 'cause Christ will not send boys to die. So don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart. Don't you get low as hell when the peace dove is felled by the man with the blackest of minds. And above the den, let the Scion begin, 'cause we're bound for the longest of days. So don't tread on me, for I your sister. She was born with an American heart. And don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart. Thank you. Let's see here. See some old friends at the farmer's market. Can't believe it's been a year. Can I come by later on this evening? Can't believe it's been a year. Woo. Crap. Oh no. That was a teaser. I'm not going to play that one. That's all you need to know is farmer's market, you know. I'm going to play some newer. I'm going to stick with the newer tunes. I recorded and released an album myself. I think it came out in February, maybe. And so I'll just play some songs from that. Hey, gotta come quickly, she said. Gotta stick with me again. Remember the last time you almost left. Remember the last time I almost slipped. Thank you. So after I recorded this album, I was trying to figure out how to do some of the songs live, and I was having a hard time. And so I bought a looper pedal to kind of try to help kind of add some depth to the songs. And I promised myself I wouldn't get carried away with the looper pedal because I think we've all seen the set where the looper pedal becomes the thing. And then I found there was a drums function to it, so this is me getting carried away with it. keep it rolling. in the palm of my hands. Gotta care for it and try and understand. Not living solo, 'cause we're vibing off the land. I've got a world in the palm of my hand. All of the rains take the mass away. I've got a song leaking out of my head. I'm not here for getting swallowed by death. Why don't you take one for the road? 'Cause I've got a song leaking out of my head. Let's go, said he. Not too far, said she. What's too far, said he. Where you are, said she. May I stay, said he. Which way, said she. Like this, said he. If you kiss, said she. May I move, said he. Is it love, said she. If you're willing, said he. But you're killing, said she. But it's life, said he. But your wife, said she. Now, said he. Ow, said she. Tip-top, said he. Don't stop, said she. Oh no, said he. Go slow, said she. Come, said he. Said she. You're divine, said he. You are mine, said she. Left inside of my head, I'm not here for getting swallowed by death. Thanks. Yeah. Had to get a little weird with that one. I'm gonna do one more. I'll do two more. Thank you all again for being here. Thank you, the Hive, for letting me stop through here and play. And, for Desmond for playing an awesome set. It was really good. It was a true treat to see the rare solo Desmond Everest show. Starved out in Palestine, I'm buying snacks at Trader Joe's. Mr. Gerrymander has a goal. Well, I'm sitting on my back porch watching nonsense on my phone. The military's taking hold of the Capitol. I think I ate too much for breakfast. $4 billion you can buy the team. Oops, that stadium was too expensive. I'll pay you back in a couple of years. We casted ballots and we voted clean, but the governor's undermining her biggest donors. She must appease. And I hear my neighbor's the enemy, at least the brown ones, but I like to keep my front yard green. Maybe we pack our bags. I hear the Netherlands is pretty nice. A couple guns and keep them by the front door. Probably we stay unhappy in our jobs and watch the news go by. But maybe we pack our bags. I hear the Netherlands is pretty nice. Or maybe we buy a couple guns and keep them by the front door. Probably stay unhappy in our jobs and watch the news go by. Alright. Thank you.
I'm gonna do one more. As I said, I recorded and released an album recently, and this song kind of spurred that album. I wrote it a little over a year ago. I wrote it the day after witnessing my friend die, and his name was Max, and he was struggling. He was sick for about 2 years, and he had cancer. And through those 2 years, there were waves of like, is he gonna be okay? It seems like he's gonna be okay, and then he'd go downward, and so the last bit of time we had left with him, we went over to his house as much as possible. His parents were there from Ohio. They were kind of renting a house and staying with him. And throughout our friendship, we would always watch the Portland Trailblazers play together. We'd meet up and watch the games. And at that point, the Blazers were really bad that year, but they started winning games, and so it was a good excuse to like, hey Max, we're gonna come over and hang out. And so during this time, like, he was starting to kind of lose it a little bit. Like, he was starting to make less and less sense. That he had a tumor that had penetrated his liver, I think, that released toxins into his brain. So he was kind of, yeah. Anyways, we had made plans to watch one of the games at some point, and I texted him and his roommate something to the effect of like, hey, were you still down to watch the game tomorrow? And his response was, I am Max, the good friend. And it just kind of encapsulated, like, he was just a good friend. He was the one that always took care of us. He was the Eagle Scout. Like, he would, he was prepared when we went out and we were just bumbling around without the stuff that we needed that he had. So, and he was always taking care of us, grilling for us. He was the one making he would invite us over for fires a lot, and he would take care of the fire. And so yeah, this song's about that. Saw the lights flickering. We've been dreading the moment when oh my gosh, let me try that again. Saw the lights flickering. We've been dreading the moment when just keep on smiling. Don't hold your breath. Here we're waiting again. So no need to wait for a good friend. This house will never be empty. Our cups will stay full. There's no need to make amends. The silence is golden. No need to choose your words. Just let them pour out when they're full. Stand in presence of a good friend. Accept each other, flaws and all. We're here together, feel the love.
was a good friend. We watched the soul fade west through the sun's last set. All we needed was a good friend, good friend, a good friend. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out, and those online, thank you so much for watching. And we just have a few questions here for BR Mount. All right, so hi, BR Mount. Good set. We really enjoyed it, and very good songwriting. So don't look down on yourself ever. And then you're from Portland, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, do you want to explain a little bit about who you are and what you do and just kind of how you got into music?
Sure. My name's Brendan Roy Mount, BR Mount, and I live in Portland. I grew up in Wyoming, and I've lived in Portland since 2012, so 14 years. And I've done a lot of odd jobs in Portland. I was a mover, a locksmith, school bus driver, a bunch of weird stuff. But now I'm a 8th grade language arts teacher, so I have the summers free to play music more. And I started playing music when in 7th grade, I moved across the state of Wyoming to a new town, and the first 2 friends I made, one played drums and one played guitar. So I bought a bass and we formed a pop punk band. So, yeah, and been writing songs, I think since I went to college, and yeah, always trying to get better at that.
Sounds good. All right, and I had some questions. Oh yeah, in Portland, where's your favorite place to play?
Oh man, it used to be the Fixin' 2, but they stopped doing music there. It's now a pinball place. Trying to think. I kind of like the divey places. I played a show at Starday Tavern recently. It's just a dive bar that has a cool vibe. I played back when the Doug Fir was open. It was kind of really cool venue in Portland. They shut that down. I think they're reopening somewhere else soon, but I had the pleasure of playing there at one point, and that was kind of like you feel like you kind of made it if you played the Doug Fir.
I've been to concerts there. They had a great patio outside and like a fire pit, and it was really nice. It was at that time Boise was a little bit behind, and then here at the Boise Hive, we kind of focus on music and mental health and how mental health has helped us. We have a lot of programs here that are geared toward basically healing and support and community. So can you share a little bit about your struggles in mental health and how music has helped you, and if you have any advice for anybody?
Yeah, I've always struggled pretty badly with anxiety, especially social anxiety. I was very, very quiet growing up, and music and writing music and all forms of writing and creativity have helped me kind of like find myself and find my voice and feel more comfortable in my voice, and help me to realize I have things to say. And yeah, I've let's see. I've had panic attacks before, and music has helped me kind of settle those. Started going to therapy this year, which is the first time I've done that, and that's been really helpful. But yeah, just it's always a journey. So still learning, still growing, still struggling, but I feel like I have some healthy habits that I didn't used to have that help me out.
So it sounds like your advice is definitely get help, and and work on some of our habits. That will get us toward being healthier. All right, and then I have one question. I have one question, but before that, where can we find you? Like your music or online, kind of?
Yeah. For folks here, I do have merch. I am terrible at the salesman thing, and they're in a box in the back. But if you're interested, I also have a Bandcamp page. I think it's brmountmusic.bandcamp.com. You can find me on Instagram. b.r.mount is my handle. I have a TikTok, but I couldn't tell you what the handle is. brmount something or other.
Search it. Yeah. All right, and then the question of the day was, I actually asked what holiday you could be, but I think it sounds like you've lived in Wyoming and you lived in Portland. Wyoming is probably a lot different than Portland. Yes. I've driven through Wyoming. So thinking about the states, if you could choose to be a state and how it reflects who you are as a person, what state would you be?
Whoa. That kind of blows my mind.
Or you can answer.
Yeah. Man. I feel like Wyoming's always a part of me. I appreciate like the harshness of the weather there, and how it's kind of like under the radar, or you don't really know what Wyoming is unless you've like spent some time there. So I feel like there's a part of me in that. But yeah, I don't know. I would say Wyoming because it's like so ingrained in who I am.
Well, thank you so much. And then thank you everybody for coming out, and hope to see you guys next Saturday at Live at the Hive.